So basically, I think it was the year 2018, around June, July, and we had this amazing concept which I wanted to always execute. And it was about, because in India, not only India, but if you see the entire fraternity of these events, there's nothing which was having the entire umbrella of all the disciplines under one roof. And what kind of provoked this idea was, if you look at Mumbai, a completely, sorry to say, but a very mismanaged city which is not developed in the right way. And
It's grown like a ginger.
it's like mushrooms. It's just, things are just popping up as and when they do. And the reason we thought was because there's lack of integration among departments.
At that point in time, events were not very organized, is what we felt. And it did not go by its name. Like, you create an event to achieve a purpose, but it did not do it. I'm not talking of all the events. Like exhibitions, yes, exhibitions existed, and exhibitions are the most important part in a country because that's the mere basic foundation. It's a basic necessity for a brand to grow, to establish, to expand, to form territories. Yes, that's true.
Welcome to the other side of the table. I'm your host, Architect Tushar Mistry. Today we are taking a closer look at two standout design events that shape the industry by connecting people and ideas. On one side, we have IDAC Expo, India's largest knowledge sharing forum for built industry, with renowned interior designer Gauri Khan as brand ambassador. On the other, Dailogue, an invite-only event evaluated by architect Sanjay Puri, offers an intimate settings for architects, interior designers, and industry leaders to connect. Though different in scale and style, both platforms share a common goal: fostering meaningful connection in the world of design. I'm thrilled to welcome my guest today, Dhaval Thankur, one of the co-founders of IDAC Expo, and Riddhima Prabhu, event director, Dailogues. Welcome, Dhaval. It's a pleasure to have you here. Please take your seat on the couch.
Hi, Tushar.
It's lovely having you, Riddhima.
The pleasure is all mine. And hi, Dhaval. How are you?
Please take your seat on the couch. So, Dhaval, let's start a conversation with you first. So, you and your co-founder Siddharth Saraf first proposed the idea of IDAC.
Yes.
Was not only considered to be very bold and big, but also an almost impossible affair. Can you just tell that story to us?
So basically, I think it was the year 2018, around June, July, and we had this amazing concept which I wanted to always execute. And it was about, because in India, not only India, but if you see the entire fraternity of these events, there's nothing which was having the entire umbrella of all the disciplines under one roof. And what kind of provoked this idea was, if you look at Mumbai, a completely, sorry to say, but a very mismanaged city which is not developed in the right way. And
It's grown like a ginger.
it's like mushrooms. It's just, things are just popping up as and when they do. And the reason we thought was because there's lack of integration among departments. And when we started doing some more research, we found that the same happens even in the construction fraternity. You have architect working in a silo, you have your consultants working in one silo, there's a developer lobby which is there, and then there's a government body which is there. Everyone works in different zones. So we thought, why don't we come up with something where everyone can come together, exchange thoughts, and kind of have a proper structured development. If not Mumbai, rest of India. And we proposed it to around 5-6 professionals from different segments. When we did, their first reaction was, this is not possible, because it's never happened. You can focus on probably one segment, which can be like an interior or architecture, but you can't have a landscape, you can't have a facade consultant, you can't have a MEP, you fire consultant under one roof. And after that, we pitched that idea to, because we were a bootstrap company, we didn't have any money. So we called around 50-60 professionals from across India. And I think we had a first get together in the month of September at the Hyatt Regency in Bombay. And that's when me and Siddharth pitched the idea again to them. And I think that motivated us that, they were like, okay, it can be done. We start small and let's see where it goes. So that was the story when we
So
started
how
off.
small was that event, and now how big is the event today?
The first event that we did was we did a small conference in Ahmedabad, which was October 26th. And I think we had an audience of 100 odd people over there. That was at Novotel Hotel. And then the first exhibition that we did in Mumbai was in 2019 March. And that was something which was a game changer for all of us. And I think we had around 30, 35 manufacturers with us that time, and with an audience footprint of around 2,500, 3,000 professionals over the span of 3 days. But even that time, we had around, if I'm not wrong, 103 odd professionals who spoke across the different conference zones at IDAC, which happened.
Wonderful. So Riddhima,
Yes.
just 2 months of conversation, and the first issue of Dialogue came into picture in 2016. So what's that story all about?
It is very interesting. First and foremost, to introduce dialogues, uh, it is an event worthy of its name. Dialogues is it's a very exclusive event, okay, and it is curated by a renowned architect, that is Sanjay Puri, a man who doesn't need any introduction, a seasoned veteran in the industry. And Dialogues is hosted in one of the most opulent hotels across the country. They are hosted in historic, prestigious palace hotels, and it features about like top 40 interior designers and architects from the country, few from abroad, and then it partners with very interesting product companies. And the idea to design this event is to have an intimate gathering. And this event, what it does is it celebrates design, innovation, collaboration, and camaraderie. It is about bringing together these foremost minds of the era, and propose a platform that just is not that goes beyond mere discussions of work or advanced businesses, but it also provides you a platform for collaborations and fosters long-lasting friendships. Now, coming back to the inception of Dialogue, which was like March 2016, how the story of it goes by is very interesting. Borrowing something from what he said, uh, see, in India, events, it doesn't do the justice at that point in time. Events were not very organized, is what we felt, and it did not go by its name. Like, you create an event to achieve a purpose, but it did not do it. I'm not talking of all the events. Like exhibitions, yes, exhibitions existed, and exhibitions are the most important part in a country because that's the mere basic foundation. It's a basic necessity for a brand to grow, to establish, to expand, to form territories. Yes, that's true. But at that point in time, we recognized a gap where an event apart from achieving these agendas, there was no event at that point in time that offered a platform to encourage collaborations, like collaborations between two designers, or deeper connections in a very small group of people, or collaborations between a designer and a partnering product company, and at the same time achieve forge enduring friendships, So we thought at that time, this was a party, okay? Sanjay and I were together in a party. And at that time, I was working for a company, and I knew Sanjay and Neena. They are like family to me. So I know them since quite some time. And Sanjay is a man of few words. He speaks very few words, and he just hits the bullseye. So he was standing next to me, and he said, the event that we attended at that time was so much of loud music. It was very busy. They wanted to achieve a lot to just few hours in the evening. At then, I did not have that much of knowledge or understanding of an event. I was not qualified to judge that event at that point in time, compared to what experience I've gained now. But hearing from Sanjay, all that he said to me was, "Hi." I said, "Hi, Sanjay. How are you?" He's like, "You want to do something together?" I was like, "What do you mean?" So he's like, I have some concept in mind for an event. I said, cool. Even I have something in my mind. He said, cool. So do you want to do it? I said, okay. Now it's Sanjay Puri asking you if you want to do an event with him. I said, okay. So he's like, few designers and architects, 30, 40 of them, few companies, only the owners, and a small group. We just do talks, we do meetings, and we do these fancy crafted cuisines and amazing music, 3-day event. That's about it, and we call it Dialogues. That was it. So that was the inception of Dialogues, a small conversation at a party.
A loud party.
At a very loud party.
Where nobody could hear anything and you guys could hear each other's mind.
I was destined to hear and pick up his words. And knowing myself, I then followed him like a puppy. I was after him. I visited his office. Nina was of the opinion that she was hesitant of it. She's you guys are getting together. You guys are putting across something in the industry. Sanjay's name is associated at the end of the day. And we don't know if it may work or not because it requires 6 months of planning, which she was correct about it. But see, it is Sanjay Puri, a man who is well travelled. Why we call him a veteran? Because he has this history of experience and working for so long in the industry, having the deeper knowledge and having the skills, knowing the practice, knowing the trends, knowing the challenges. I don't think so I could have relied upon any other source than him to guide us and to give us the insights of what event that he has in his mind and what perception of an event he has in mind to anchor in the country. So I had full faith in him. And so I said, okay. And again, I went to him and I said, yeah, now can you just like revise the concept? Because we just had like 2 seconds talk in the party. He said the same thing. He repeated the same thing. 30 guys, talks, companies, 3-day, book Falaknuma Palace. I said, that's about it. He said, yeah. And one thing that I appreciate about that man, and I don't know where did he had the instinct or the gut, I developed a cold feet. I said, he's just said 4 lines and he wants me to organize this. And I said, listen, that's damn good. I'm great at management. I will form a team for you and I'll collaborate with the organizer for you. And I owe him today for that one split of a second that he did not take to think and say these words. He said, if you're doing it, we'll do it. If you're not doing it, don't do it. So I was like, okay, fine, I'm doing it. And then I said, Falaknuma Palace, look at, ambition of a guy. Like it's royalty. So now this is a funny moment. I did my best. I went to Taj. I sat with the entourage. I spoke to them. I took out the best rates. I closed the deal. This was Jan end of 2016. And I calculated the expenses and it was humongous. It was like I'm like planning a wedding, so, and a very, very royal wedding. And I have not seen these figures if I had to do an event. I've not spent this amount to do any event. And I said, okay, fine. And Jan end, that's about it. And then I go and I say, okay, March first week are the dates. So what do you want to do? Because April is very hot, May is very hot, then there are the rains. So I only had March. He said, yeah, let's do March. I said, but then we have only 28 days. He said, so what? Okay. I said, funds. He said, okay, I have the funds. I said, where? He said, I've spoken to a few companies. I said, cool. So funds are sorted. I come the next day. I said, what are the companies? He just spoke to 2 companies. What is that going to do good to me? I said, okay. And what are the investing, Sanjay? He put the figure. I said, wow. I think this figure is going to only cover the cost of your 1 hour booze. And
1 hour
Sanjay,
booze.
the characteristic of that man, he's the greatest man I've ever seen in this industry. He's like, it's okay. It will happen. I was like, how? He said, it will happen. I said, okay. Now I propose something to you. I'm making the concept, I'm presenting the concept to you on the table. And I will get the funds. you please leave it on me. How I get the funds, how I do the sale, you do not, you just help me organize the event, I will get the funds. He said, okay. And God has been kind. When you have the will, there is a way, as the saying goes by. We had the best forces behind us. Whatever years of expertise and training I put in my career, and people that I had known in my network, they supported me. Then knowing Sanjay, the company supported him. And I remember this conversation we had 1st of Feb. By 25th of February, there were all funds in the bank.
Wow. Sanjay
And-
sir, I'm meeting you after this podcast because though we were not looking for any funds for doing this toast, but next season probably we want to scale it up. I'll really come and take
the
some
funds
tips.
is me. You have to
How
come
to-
here.
And I'll
He'll put
rotate
you
through
to me.
Riddhima. Riddhima, we are doing next season together somehow.
And that's when we rolled out the first dialogues. That is March 1st. We invited few designers. We did the research was 1 month was good enough to do the research of who are the celebrated designers of that particular geography in the country who did good amount of work, who would complement the companies who were on the board. And the Falaknuma Palace, why we did it? Because it itself is an architectural wonder of the country. So what best way to engage our designers into history of design? It gets very poetic. And the venues were exceptional. Like we did one of our dinners on the longest dining table. So we celebrated design in every aspect. It was just not interior or architecture or space. It was also about we crafted each edition we craft cuisines, specially curate cuisines from different parts of the world, and we complement it with the theme of the event. We tried to get into the detailing of the event. We tried to understand, we tailor to the preference of every attending guest. We understand the characteristic of the group of people who are coming this edition, and what and how can I make this a design event indeed. So let them appreciate design the moment they step into the venue. They take a drink. There is design. There is art. There is
There's
poem.
food.
There is food. Everything. And the moment, as I said, they step into the venue, they feel that they have immersed themselves into a very thoughtfully curated and crafted event. So that's what I think Sanjay Puri expected out of me, and I'm trying my best to deliver.
Lovely.
Thank
Probably I should be part of Dialogues next year.
you. Yes, you have to be.
So, Dhaval, coming back to you, we would like to know more about you, about academics. Where have you come from? What is your profile that made you join this particular? Are you from the event from the start, or you had your studies were different and then you indulged into something else that is you are doing today?
So, talking about myself, I'm actually not a lot of people know about me and Siddharth much, and we prefer it that way. But I've always been into events and exhibitions.
Okay.
My first job when I graduated from Canada was into a conferencing and exhibition company called IQPC, where very interesting. I would say a product of recession. So when I graduated is when the big US recession hit, the Merrill Lynch meltdown and everything just happened.
Okay.
Luckily, I had my offer letter in my hand, and I saw the company that I was working with is one of the largest in the world, and I saw them shrinking from a staff of only in the Toronto office, from a staff of 300 to 50 in the span of 4 weeks. And I was like, I'll be next. But I managed to get a hold of a very interesting subject which was on a rise that time, which was legal and financial portfolios.
Oh.
So that was something which kind of picked my eye, and I was like, okay, everyone's going down, but this subject is picking up thanks to the recession. And then I got engaged over there, so I handled that for approximately 4 years. Traveled entire North America through that portfolio. It was a hardcore conference company, so where I think if I remember the figures, they do around 2,500 conferences across the world in a year. They have around 45 or 50 offices across the globe, So that's what I did over there. And then I always knew that I want to come back to India because I've always lived abroad. I have studied abroad. My schooling has been in Muscat and Dubai. Then I came here for a few years. Then I went for post graduation. Again, went to Canada. That was like enough of staying out, and came here. Worked with my dad for a bit. To be honest, that was a little boring.
Family
Because
business.
Family
So
business.
Riddhima, we discovered something else about him now. Not only India is in his house, he's traveled across the world as well.
And that was free.
And free.
I've traveled free.
So we're talking about you on suitcases. So as a person, being event requires a lot of precision and a little bit of OCD also to that part. And event guys, in my pursuit, I see that you guys must be party animal, partying every night to be part of the event and making people engage in that event. So is that myth or a truth?
See, I know I can speak for myself and Siddharth. We both don't party.
I've never seen you anywhere.
You'll not see me anywhere. And because we both sleep by 9:30, 10, we are up by 5.
Dream come true of mine. Never
That's
happens.
our routine. And even at our own parties, we exit by 10 is what we prefer. I don't know about
Me?
Riddhima, but that's
we'll go to
our
the-
schedule. Like, but when it comes to the travel bit and OCD, I am a little bit because when I travel, we travel a lot. And what happens is once you are in a particular framework of working, I have a very bad habit of, I don't know, I like my packing to be done by myself. I like it to be structured. So you will probably find a bag, and then within that bag you'll find 3 more bags, so that everything is kind of not shifting, not mixing up and everything. So that's the way how I prefer it. And I don't, as I was mentioning, I don't like, when we travel, I don't try like getting into big rooms. I prefer my small, comfortable room, which I'm used to. And it's a routine. I think I sound boring, but I have a disciplined routine life, which I think that helps me in kind of functioning. And I don't know about how.
Me?
So
Riddhima
that comes
manages.
from so it comes from your profession, or because of this you are doing well in your profession.
Uh,
Good question.
I think I've been doing this for donkey years now. I think the way I like even my wardrobe to be kind of structured, my outfits, my whatever, everything in the house, I prefer it to be in a very neat and clean way. And but I'm a highly unorganized person when it comes to my work.
Okay.
When it comes to you,
When it comes
Okay.
to my work, I'm
Okay.
highly unorganized.
that's what every organizer feels.
And
You know why you feel like that? Because of your OCDs, of wanting to be exceptionally
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
organized, so you don't think so
In
that
the
you've
in
achieved
the
it
lust
at
of
work.
perfection,
In the lust of perfection.
you lose out on how perfect you are.
Yeah, perhaps. I understand.
could be. I don't know that. Yeah, that could be one part.
What
of
I
this.
believe
I
as a
feel like
designer
that.
and architect, there's nothing called perfection. If
Yeah,
there is a
there's not.
perfection attained, there is no room for what do you
Further
say
improvement or growth.
progress or innovation.
Yeah, that is there for sure.
So you are unorganized,
Perfect
perfect person.
person.
No,
How about you, Riddhima?
Far from perfect.
Because
Okay.
Dialogues is also an event which keeps you engaged with a lot of hospitality spaces,
Yes.
and it's niche event. What I
Yeah,
understand
you might
from
have to
you.
go through a lot of detailing, which I'm sure.
Yes.
Unlike us, ours is on a larger forum,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
you have to like cater to those 40 guys, and you have
Yeah.
to be very precise with the requirements.
Yes.
That detailing. And
In the volume,
Yes.
if you miss out on one or two things, it's
Yeah.
not noticed being detailed part
I
of
am.
it.
I see. I'm known for it. So we have to be highly organized. Like right from the very point of inviting an architect or partnering with a product company, the way you're sending emails, the way your texts have gone to them, the way the planning is going forward, the way the team has put across its hospitality or its way of functioning, operations, logistics, everything requires minute detailing. Like I say, Dialogues is like clockwork. So the moment one steps into the venue, it is like he's sitting on a ride. Now we have begun, now you don't do anything and we'll drop you to the end. And you have just enjoyed the ride. But knowing architects, now what sets me apart is that I have to take an extra effort that why are you calling yourself exclusive? That's where what he said, the detailing, the detailing that goes into an invite, the detailing that goes into what room I'm selecting for a person, the detailing that goes into how the evening that I have set up, the detailing that goes into how I am gathering the people and what I have curated for them in the evening, and then followed by the detailing for every brand and every person represent in the brand. It's not only about the architects and the designers. Like they have given me I'm telling you, I have 200 people. I have food preferences of 200 people that we gather. If you have allergies, if you are, or you prefer some kind of food, if you are on a diet or you are like healthy, you want like my team goes ahead. That doesn't matter what we put on a plate for you, but are you health conscious? Do you want me to encourage something that you like? Okay, what kind of foods would you like to start with? A salad? This is what you want to do. See, I'm not a hotel. I'm a business event, but the detailing part of it, as you guys said, and then see, Dialogues, no, it compromises of sub events, and there are various aspects to it. There is product design, there is launch of product design, there are conferences, and then there are these one-on-one meetings with the brands and the companies and the designers. So everything, like even when the brand comes to his setup, right from his kit to his entire scheduling of designers, to uh, uh, to everything that he needs to attempt the meeting very successfully. And an architect, like suppose for that matter, if an architect is jumping from one meeting to another, but I know this architect likes his espresso shots, there it is, on time.
Wow.
So like if so, you know, everything we are looking after for 200 people. So that's what takes a lot of time from our end, and our people have to outperform themselves, and you have to be vigilant. So now coming back to your question about this
Yourself.
has made me a very highly organized person, and it reflects at my other aspects of life. I like everything so organized when it comes to my house, when I travel, and and because of which I'm also like him. I do not extend my hours of late. I do not extend my late hours at night. I hit the bed not at 9:30, but perhaps at 11. I should be in my blanket. I think that's one drawback that we as organizers should be seen in a lot of social events, but we are not.
But to
be honest,
compliment
I
you
don't
guys,
think
without
so.
being present there, probably the detailing and the whole organization of that particular event and party is so successful that you are still doing successfully, not being physically present there.
In
Your
my
work has
event-
already done the bit
See,
of
in
it.
my event itself, I'm there. I'm there with all of them because it is my event. I'm hosting it, and I have to see to it that I have achieved the purpose of the evening. And uh, a lot of people, and I means you are the host. You need to be seen. You need to talk. You need to introduce them to each other, one another. To one point in time, yes, I am there. I'm in full energy, and you know, it's all in your mind. You forget where the energy comes from, and you're just into
I'm
it all
sure
totally.
you won't be even eating during the event days. You don't
You
realize.
can't, no, you don't
have breakfast and
realize.
then directly you think, "Acha, dinner
Yes,
baki hai."
yes,
That's
Food
what you think.
testing.
And
Nothing, no, nothing
and
happens.
no, nothing.
Just coffee is what goes
Nothing.
on.
Coffee,
continuously.
back-to-back
That's it.
coffee shots, and then a glass of wine in the evening, and that's about it. And I regret missing out on such great food we have at
Oh, yeah,
Dialogues.
Do you also have shisha in your events?
No,
No.
not
Okay.
at all.
I learned something that is very much common between both of us.
Yeah.
It's like
We don't have shisha.
she
at
was
the event.
addicted, and I'm probably going that way. But I'll learn from you. I'll not go there.
Don't. I have restricted myself to once a month or twice a month. That's about it. So and I think it is not the late hours or you work for like about 20 hours that makes it successful. It is about before the event starts, like a month before the event, how efficient you as a boss have learned to delegate the efficiency and delegate the right kind of profile of work to your team. And then this is the time right now. My event is happening, from October 14 to 17. So this is the time of my effort and my play. This is the time when I'll actually set the table and I'll set the ball rolling. This is right now I'm the most busiest. What is going to happen at the event is just simply things planned into action. But if you're well organized way before, if you have planned it, if the team is supervising and practicing their role and their job and they're at it 100%, then I think at the event what it requires is you just you know what I tell Sanjay, that I think I will have achieved success at Dialogues when I feel like a guest at my own event.
Wow, that's a good statement.
Yeah.
So it's
And I
all
think
about delegation of work
yes,
and the
Yes.
pre-event preparations
yes,
or pre-production, we can say that.
yes, this is the time.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem.
No, please go ahead.
No, that's it.
See, I think what she rightly pointed out is the planning phase, like how even designers, how precise you are on the layout, how your drawings are, you have your BOQs in place. I think we also do that very much in advance. And then I've been blessed with an amazing team who carries this out perfectly. And I think,
Only then you afford sleeping at 9:30. No phone calls coming to you.
yeah. No, because they get my calls at 5 in the morning. So they're like, sir,
Wow,
आप तो
I'm
उठ
not
जाते
in
हो."
your team. I'm so happy.
हम तो सो रहे, but आप तो उठ जाते
Even
हो.
I rebirth, I don't want to be in your team.
So I tell them, okay, you also go home early and sleep. I'm
I
okay
always
with
tell
it.
this to my staff. I don't like them. I don't like them sitting
Yeah,
till 7,
exactly.
8, 6:30 is your time. No, it is, you learn to be efficient, because I will want your extra hours when we are closer to the event. So don't sit right now for
Exactly.
late hours. That shows that still you are not achieved performing your task the way it is is expected to. If you're short of people, you let me know. If you're short of team members in your team, you let me know. I don't want my people to do that 9, 10, 11 hours sitting in the office till 11 o'clock. I don't want it. I don't
It was completely reverse for us being design studios.
Yeah.
I can speak for myself as you speak for yourself. With us, we don't have time restrictions.
I know. That's
With
what
the
I've
creative
seen.
work, your is also creative, but there is a lot of fun. What do you say? Strategic
We are
work.
more
It
of
is. It is
strategy.
more of
Yeah.
a strategy and
Strategic
set rules
work.
that is being set, and this is how it's supposed to be. For us, being designers, it's very difficult to put people in time frame.
Yeah,
If I ask you, think about this table in 2 hours, you will not be able to do it.
correct. That's true.
Things comes in your mind.
For us, it is like, I want you to think about this table in 2 hours.
And
I'll
within
come
the time
back.
limit.
Yeah, in the time limit, we will come back, and you will have to have done it.
That table ready for
Yeah.
us. So it doesn't happen with us.
For us, it's like literally we are in a film production where at the release date, there's nothing beyond that.
Because the
The
event
product
is
is
not
perished.
yeah.
If the product is perished. Unlike, like, let's say I'm sitting on this couch, I can keep this for a year and buyers
well
will come, go. But with us, I think once the date is passed, the product is gone.
It's
And
done. This is all that you
it's
worked
done.
for so many months.
Exactly.
This is what
With
you
us, it keeps it's ongoing process.
It's like a ticking
Even
time bomb.
everything
then,
is-
with a countdown.
Everything is signed to the T, sign-offs are being taken, but
See,
still
yeah,
there is
yeah.
a room of
See, this is one thing
improvement.
that we have to understand. We are in the service industry. He's
Exactly.
in the service industry. I'm in the service industry.
I'm also in the service industry.
That's true. But why are we doing events? I'm not doing an event just because I had to start up a business or there was this some idea in my head and I'm very ambitious and I want to grow in terms of having a big company. No, that's not what I'm doing this event for. As if I was younger, yes, I was ambitious about all of these things. Why are you doing the event? Why? You are doing the event thinking that tomorrow you will be the platform where it is where people are looking at it as a marketplace where their investment is 100% fruitful. That time is 100% utilized well, and it is mutually beneficial to each and every person who's coming. They have to look forward to it. Like today, if there is Salone Fair that is happening in Italy, people look forward to it. They are waiting for it because what it does to them is it gives them knowledge and food for the entire year. It gives them it yeah it
Sorry to interrupt.
it is giving a platform to the companies like nobody else. It is giving them business from all across the all across the globe. It is giving an exposure to designer, like a designer could. The designer actually comes to the event to see what is launched, to actually gain knowledge from the event. So that is an event. Let me tell you, the event is that you have achieved the purpose of a buyer or a seller, or for that matter, an industry veteran or young minds coming together and being able to get what they want from it.
With this humor of ROI, a man who is not perfect according to him, but he's perfectly doing his job, and the ma'am that we have who is already organizing things in a very organized manner, and that organization has come to in her life as well. We end this segment of conversation and dialogue with IDAC and Dailogue, and we move on to our next segment, which is playing games in which you win hampers. So we are playing one game that is called Jenga, which is very common, and the cryptex. So with the cryptex, you win a hamper.
I don't know what is cryptex.
So we'll explain you, educate you.
Yes.
And
Jenga, I know.
we move on to that. So now we move on to another segment of games, our favorite cryptex, right from Da Vinci Code. And in this, Riddhima, you'll find out 6 words
In a form of a puzzle.
in a puzzle. So every word, first letter is the letter of that particular 6-word
Worded letter that I'm going to form
letter.
on
You're
the
going to
cryptex.
form in the cryptex.
Got it.
So you have to get it in the center of this
Got it.
alignment. So it is better you put it on the table and do it so that alignment is not gone wrong, and then you just pull it out.
Okay.
So this is your crossword puzzle that you have to resolve and find out the word from that.
Okay.
And each and everything I'll help you with and hint you with each and every word.
It's going to be diagonal also, or what?
It can be anything.
Oh my god. Okay, fine.
So first word that I can tell you
Hmm.
is something that you indulge in, and you also have a ring for that. A
You are
commitment.
two meaning stuff you're talking right
No,
now. Okay, something that has.
It's a commitment for which you have a finger ring.
Oh, got it. Got it. I got the word. Then next.
Okay. And
I got it.
the second word is
Give it to me fast.
any place.
Any place? It's a country?
No, any place.
Any place.
Like
Space.
no, you go to that particular thing and it is written that this is where you have to go.
Direction? No.
No, that place is called what
What?
in technical terms? Like there is in a
Huh.
car there is a time, there is a
What would, again, tell me fast. What is it? It is a place.
yeah. It's a place where people go when they have been invited.
Oh, a forum. Or a conference.
Mhm.
Or an event.
Mhm.
Exhibition. Party.
Starts with V.
V. It starts with V. I'm so bad at it. I'm embarrassing myself.
So it's written in the card that this is the place. That place is called what? You've spoken everything else but that.
I have just V, one place here. Can I jump to the next word?
Yeah.
I'll come back to this.
Yeah. So what do you find in an exhibition?
Okay.
The stall belongs to whom?
A company.
No, there is a term for exhibition
A brand.
especially.
Exhibitor. Exhibitor, fine. Exhibiting. I have exhibiting. Is that the word?
This word is
I have exhibiting.
seven letter words.
Exhibit.
Yes.
Okay, next.
Then, what do you do in Dailogue? One of the things that you do in the Dailogue.
I talk. No, I host.
What people do.
What people do? Conference, party, meetings.
There's one more word for meeting.
Business.
Which ends with work.
It ends with work.
That spelling ends with work.
Okay, so I might as well find work only. I got network. Got it. And then?
And the last word is...
This can't be the last word. Okay, tell me. This is
so, when you do network, after that, what happens between two people?
Business. No, conversation.
There's one more word for that.
After trade.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
You're
I've
yet
done only
to
4
find
words.
one.
There are only 5 words or what?
There are 6 words. So
Venues or venues?
Venue.
Then I have only, you have given me hint only for 5 words. Give me for the 6. Fast. Venue.
That is something that comes from somewhere. If light has to come, it has to come from there. What is that thing called as?
From
A water comes from there. A light comes from there.
From the
there
source.
has to, yes.
Source is the word. Source, got it.
So now you join the dots.
I got 1 minute. Wait, and E. Okay. Oh, I got the word. Okay, fine. Where is that thing? ये इतने सिंपल वर्ड के लिए इतना मेरे को ये कराया. हाँ. और इसको अभी मेरे को सेंटर में लेके आने का. Oh God, बेटा. But this should be like this, no? Now, the word is right, but वो arrow के बीच
Exactly
में.
aligned. Perfect.
Events.
You did it. Hey, don't speak it out. He'll listen, then he'll find it out. The first word is, so you get into a relationship for which you require a ring.
Engagement.
Find the word.
Found it.
Okay. The second hint is, in a card, you get a print where you have to go is in some format. That this is the place you have to go. What is that thing called which is printed in the card?
Venue.
Correct? Find it out.
Alright.
Were you listening from behind?
No.
Okay. What is the part of an exhibition? What happens in an exhibition?
Conference. Booths.
The display that happens, what is it called as? And one who does it.
Exhibitors.
So find the word.
Exhibiting is it. Okay.
Fine.
Wait. Then I have V. Then E.
The fourth word is, what happens in the meetings and exhibitions between two people?
Business.
That's one thing before business.
Introductions. Interaction.
This word ends with a word called work. So there is something before that.
Work. Network.
What happens after that? Once network is done, what happens between two people?
सब दारू पीने जाते हैं.
वो तो उस रात उसके बाद for this exhibition is all done for?
Trade. Because I see a word trade over here. Trade.
Yes.
So the word is event with an S. S, I'm assuming.
Yes. So now you have to immediately open because your time is still rolling.
Where is that arrow? Here.
Distract him so that, okay. Cool, and time stops. We'll see that in the podcast. Winner will be announced any which way. So let's move on to our next game, that is Jenga. Meanwhile, we'll have the results and the hamper out here. Let's move there. We play Jenga. You have to make this word called toast. You have to pick up one block each, one by one, one after another. And whosoever makes this word T-O-S-T wins the game. So your time starts now.
I start first.
And whosoever drops the game loses it. Okay, you have S. Let's put it here. Oh, got T. It's got O. You actually have advantage of nails. We should give false nails to all the guests. You got both the T's. There's one more T, no?
Yes.
So there are two
So
T's.
now no one can win. I got O, she got 2 T's. We're done. It's a draw.
No, there are 13 T's in this. 26 T's in fact. Actually found out alternate words. You could team up. जो एक करता है दूसरा नहीं करता.
Nice.
Actually, for your profession as well, na? What you do is different. What he does is. It's found T-O-S.
I don't know if I drop it.
Then you lose. As is found 3 words. You have found S as well. You need O, you need T.
Yeah. We got a T.
Got a T. He wins
Good one,
again.
good one. He wins.
Cool, congratulations, bro.
This is very scary.
Scary.
This is
My hands are
very
like
scary.
shaking.
So we played this game and we have to have one winner. And what do you think, Riddhima?
I know who's the winner. He was very quick at it, but it's okay. I mean, you were very good at the game. So Dhaval Thankur is the winner.
And what do you think, Dhaval? Are you a winner?
Don't want to sound pompous, but yes.
Yeah.
So, winner of this particular game, as they say and as we know, is Dhaval Thankur for sure. So you win this beautiful hamper.
Thank you.
Again, curated for people who curate events.
Wow,
And,
lovely. Lovely.
Congratulations for this, and do share some of the goodies with her.
With me? No,
Yes.
no. I'll share it with your wife. Don't open it now. It's so beautiful.
But yes, Riddhima, you also redeem something. This is a token of appreciation of participating with us.
Nice.
Thank you so much. You came, you gave your precious time to us.
Thanks for
and,
having me.
Thank
and
you very much.
deemed me worthy of this couch.
This is for you as well, Dhaval. You take 2 things.
Thank you so much.
Sorry. Cool.
Very cool.
Good show.
Good.
Thank you.